Hi everybody, this is Helen from Communicart and I'm just jumping in with another art hack. Just looking through old drawings, paintings, kept in drawers for over months and months and sometimes even years. It's such an interesting process, and using a viewfinder is a great way of, maybe the whole thing doesn't come together as a whole, but maybe just finding small compositions within compositions is just a great way of finding other small pictures that you can frame and that you can make use of. Something like that. Okay, it's got an interest with the mountain, with the sky. If I include the sky there, maybe I can just make it slightly bigger. So I've got the birds, I've got the sky, and I've got some sort of mountain view in the foreground. Or maybe looking at it from a horizontal level, you can see it's just so easy to find pictures within pictures. Right, that works even better than the larger drawing itself. Little idea that I've been working with just over the last 10 days, more or less. I was going through an old drawer with a lot of drawing sketches that have been in there for years, but I don't want to throw them all away because some things were interesting. Just little parts of the drawings and paintings had something about them. So I had the idea of just cutting them, and as I was cutting the better parts, I just thought, why not make them into something, little gifts, little presents. So for example, this was a part of a much bigger ink sketch that I did, and I just love this part with all these grey, light blue, lilac, indigo colour transitions, very much like a sky. And I just added a few birds up at the top, and a sky is always a lovely, peaceful sort of image to have around. Then, so I cut it out, I mounted it onto one of these blocks that I just love working with. You can get the MDF block, you can get them everywhere. They're a lovely, solid, deep, there's got a nice depth to them. So you can just cut out the image, paint it, put it onto the top, glue it onto the top, and then what I do is I normally colour the sides because they are quite wide at the back, so that if I want to hang them on a wall, I put on a hook that isn't jutting out at the top. If I want to hang 3 or 4 of these together, they're just like floating images and they don't need framing. Just the light colour of the wall will be enough to frame the image around them. You could work on paper to do this, but paper does need to be framed. So working on a mount is just a little way, it's a little bit cheaper than working with frames. Because there's no glass over the top, I have glazed them, so they have a layer of protection. So that was just a one-off image there, and then I got together, I thought that these two might work together as a diptych, as 2 images together. Okay, when you're working on sort of an idea like this, which is also like a semi-abstract, you can play around with how you want to hang them. These to me just look, they were real details, but these to me have the idea of two wintry landscapes. Another 4 sketches that I had working on a series of stone walls. These were initial sketches that I was doing, sort of semi-realistic. It's recognisably a stone wall, but I've deliberately left them very sort of textural, and they are all very similar, all very different. Okay, and this is the final one. Maybe a little bit too much detail here to hang together. Maybe they do need to be separated a little bit, but as I say, these need to be painted. This is what I'll be doing, and then glazing the top of them. But like I say, a great way to just give a little bit of dignity to small little sketches, images that hold something. If you don't want to throw them away, there's something in that image that captures you, that interests you, and this is a way of just framing that interest. By the way, these also can be stood up very sturdily, they don't fall over, and placed onto bookshelves. They look great individually, or maybe two together. I hope that's been a useful little art hack. Please like and subscribe if this has been useful, and stay tuned for more videos.